Hello, thanks for joining us today. I'm Karen Templeton. I'm the Director of Communications for the Office of the Provost, and I'm joined by Gwynne Mountz, Program Manager 2 for the Office of the Provost. And I am sure that all of you watching this video have worked with Gwynne in some capacity. She's super helpful and is involved in a lot of aspects of what the Office of the Provost does. Some of you may not know that she is also the force and the talent behind our yearly commencements. And this year it's not an embellishment to say that we have been faced with some unique challenges, and Gwynne has had to think on her feet and be creative, and we thought it might be helpful to just ask her a few questions about this year's commencement and how she's thinking through that and jumping these hurdles to make sure that our students are celebrated. So Gwynne, thank you. This all happened pretty quickly, even though we kind of knew things were happening out there, but the jump from we're all on campus to we're home to what do we do about commencement happened pretty quickly. Can you talk a little bit about the timeline and how quickly you had to pull something together?
Yeah, so the first date that we were all home working remotely was March the 16th. And so that's a day I will never forget. And so we, we were able to put together over the course of about 10 days a good plan that would work as a way to celebrate our students virtually. And that was done working very closely with our university relations team.
Perfect. What resources did you use to develop this new plan?
Well, I've never had to plan a virtual commencement before, so Google is my friend. Googling virtual commencement and looking at every possible example that I could find was the biggest resource. Well, actually, I should say our university relations team has been the biggest resource. They are just, that whole group is just so smart, and they were able to take just a simple, basic idea, and we've expanded upon that and made it something that I think will be really fun for our students.
Can you tell us a little bit about how virtual commencement will work?
Yes. So we tried to maintain the spirit, some of the same elements of the traditional commencement ceremony, which would include the national anthem, the alma mater, speeches from our student government association, and a message from the provost and the president. So those are all things that we would normally have in a regular commencement ceremony. So the difference with this is that we've asked all of our graduating students to submit a 15-second clip of them either in their regalia or in their UAB gear talking about what has been the most memorable event for them on campus or some special aspect of their time while they were here at UAB. They can offer congratulations to their fellow classmates or to, a faculty member that meant something to them while they were here. So that's the thing that'll be a little bit different. They don't normally get that opportunity in a traditional ceremony. So it'll follow a program much like a traditional ceremony would. And those videos that were submitted through Instagram will be kind of the meat of the ceremony, and I'm looking forward to seeing how those turned out.
So it sounds like you added something to help make it personal for the students so that they could feel celebrated and appreciated. Is there anything else you did to kind of make it a little bit more special since they might be feeling sad about our current situation?
So the biggest thing would be that social media aspect that we tied in, and just, giving them a chance to kind of express themselves. And like I said, something that they normally wouldn't get the opportunity at a regular ceremony to do. So that's really the most special thing, because we could have simply just recorded a video from, Dr. Watts, Dr. Benoit saying, sorry, things have happened, we'll see you some other semester, and that could have been it. So we took that a step further and, was able to come up with some sort of, like I said, virtual social media aspect, since a lot of these students are really into social media, to get them involved and give them an opportunity to, you know, like I said, express themselves and say thanks and congratulations.
That's great.
And to my knowledge, we are the only campus out of the systems, UA, UAH, and us, to offer any kind of virtual ceremony. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Well, that's important. That is a good fact to throw in there. How did you communicate this change of plans to students and the faculty who participate in commencement?
So we sent out an email almost right away on March 18th, letting students know that we were coming up with something. So just, you know, hold on, we're working on something. We'll let you know ASAP. So we emailed all eligible to graduate students that email, and then, you know, questions just started kind of trickling in to our commencement email account. Once we had our plan firmly in place, we shared it on social media and on the website. And I think it even was mentioned, I want to say, on the radio and on TV. So it was communicated in several different ways. So.
Great. Was there an overall response that you recall?
Yeah, so initially, it wasn't good. A lot of students were pretty upset, and understandably so. I mean, they've spent, you know, 4 years or more at UAB working on their degree, and walking across the stage is, you know, the culmination of all of their hard work and their sacrifices that they've made. So I can understand, you know, them being upset that they wouldn't actually get to cross the stage. But I noticed that the tone of the emails kind of changed whenever we, the state of Alabama, started getting confirmed COVID cases and confirmed deaths. I think they realized that, okay, you know, this is horrible. I'm not getting to walk across the stage, but I can see why we're doing this. You know, we want to protect our students, and we want to protect their families. A full Bartow Arena will have about 7,000 people in it. So, you know, it's not a very smart thing to do in the middle of a pandemic. So I think once, I hate to say that, but once the cases started, you know, growing, like I said, I saw that tone in the email change from, you know, anger and sadness to, okay, thank you. I appreciate that you're doing this. I'm thankful that you're still recognizing me and my accomplishments. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think it speaks highly to how you prioritized health and safety, and they realized that's important to UAB. So that's good. So you've mentioned that you enjoy putting together commencements. Why do you enjoy it? What's your favorite part?
I enjoy it because it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work, and it's an event where you can see your hard work play out. It's kind of like a theatrical production. A lot of it, actually, the elements are the same to a theatrical production. So just, you know, all of the hours and the time, and I mean, we have probably over 100 people that help with each ceremony, making sure that everything, you know, goes off without a hitch. So it's just all of the hard work, the anticipation, and then the execution, and seeing everything, you know, go off, you know, fairly flawlessly. I won't say that any commencement is ever perfect. There's always something that goes wrong. Usually it's behind the scenes and only the insiders know about it. But just like I said, just seeing all that hard work pay off for our students, watching them walk across the stage, you know, I feel like they aren't my children, or my relatives, but I kind of feel like they are. And that's just, you know, that makes it worth it to see those students walk across the stage and get excited, and to hear their family and friends cheer for them. So that's the best part.
And so with this different format, you won't see them walk across the stage, but do you still feel like you get to connect with the students in some way through this new format?
Yes. So, you know, the equivalent to the stage crossing will be the video clips that they've submitted. So, like I mentioned before, I can't wait to see those. And I am going to watch both ceremonies on Friday and Saturday, just as if I were there in person. And I'm planning on being very active in the comment section with my congratulations to each of the students. So, yeah, so I think that'll be great. My interaction with them has mainly been just, you know, when they have questions or they're upset. But I'm looking forward to, you know, getting out there and getting on, you know, Facebook and Instagram and cheering them on virtually. So, and I encourage everybody else to do the same.
Yes. So in this email, our Office of the Provost weekly email, I have some information about how you can tune in and the hashtag being used so you can follow along on social media. So we encourage everyone to participate and cheer on our class of 2020. And all of you in the Office of the Provost are involved in some way in the class of 2020, helping them get to this point, from recruitment and registration and financial aid, to advising, to helping encourage and develop faculty through teaching and learning assistance, to the Writing Center helping students, to our Education Abroad Office, International Student Support, UAB Into, service learning opportunities. I could go on and on. Undergraduate research, ROTC, our institutional effectiveness and assessment, all the surveys that they do to help improve student experiences and faculty experiences. I mean, everyone across our units are intimately involved with getting our students to the point of graduation and to launching into the world. So thank you. And Gwynne, thank you for helping culminate all of those experiences they have over the years into this celebration. I think you've done a fantastic job. And we're really kind of setting a new standard here, and we appreciate your leadership.
Well, you're welcome. And, you know, like I mentioned before, it's not a one-man job. University relations that team is the star of these virtual ceremonies. I don't know how they do what they're doing, but I know they have worked really hard and put in, you know, countless hours to make these ceremonies happen. So they really deserve a lot of the credit here. And let me just say, for everyone who wants to watch on Friday night, at 6 p.m. on Facebook, Instagram TV, and UAB YouTube page, the graduate students, the master's and doctoral students will walk, and on May 2nd at 2 p.m. will be the undergraduate ceremony, and that will be on the UAB main Facebook page, the Explorer UAB Instagram TV page, and UAB's main YouTube page.
Yeah, and we'll have that all typed out in this email so that you can click on those links and participate. So thank you so much, Gwynne.
Yep, no problem.